What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, you know, it's one thing to disappoint your children and see the look on their face and understand, a little bit from their perspective of how devastated they are. That's one thing. But watching this done to your children by somebody else is something totally different. I want to show you a story, man. I can't believe this. I mean, I can't believe somebody thought this was okay. This story made news yesterday. Now, I don't know. It was published yesterday. I don't know when this happened because it doesn't have a date. But it's a story out of Atlanta, Georgia. Shout out ATL. Damn, somebody taking off the car. And it's at a school, a high school called Sprayberry High School. Right? Ladies and gentlemen, one of the main characters they're showing in this story is this young lady up here, pictured with her mom. This young lady is 18-year-old Ashlyn Rich from Atlanta, Georgia. She has Down syndrome, as you can see. This girl was at her high school graduation in which her and other children with Down syndrome were excluded from the graduation ceremony somewhat. I don't know who came up with this idea that this would be a good idea or why they even came up with this idea to do this and segregate these kids away from the rest of their graduating class. But in my opinion, it's beyond disrespectful and disappointing. Somebody need to be fired and heads need to roll. And that's for real. Take a look at this, y'all.
Exclusion was not just an oversight. It was a significant and painful moment of discrimination.
Outrage and an apology at tonight's Cobb County School Board meeting. A mom talks about her child with Down syndrome being excluded from the school's graduation ceremony. Fox 5's Denise Dillon tells us the superintendent admitted it should have never happened.
Linda Ramirez and her daughter Ashlyn Rose are both upset about graduation. They wanted an apology and assurances this would not happen to other students in the future.
Being left out made me very upset.
Ashlyn Rose Rich, who just graduated from Sprayberry High School, told the Cobb County School Board how sad it made her feel to be excluded from the full graduation ceremony held at Kennesaw State University.
Graduation is a special moment, and I wanted to share with all my friends, just like everyone else.
Ashlyn and her special needs peers did not proceed in with the 2024 general ed class.
Ashlyn Rose has Down syndrome. She and other students from the special ed class were not seated with the rest of the senior class. Instead, they were in a hallway alcove. Her mom, Linda Ramirez, says the students walked from the hallway across the stage and back to the hallway, missing out on the rest of the ceremony.
Her exclusion was not just an oversight. It was a significant and painful moment of discrimination.
Superintendent Chris Ragsdale said, for years, parents of special needs students have been consulted by staff to make sure their child's unique needs are taken into account for graduation day. He said in this case, that didn't happen.
I don't want another student to go what I did.
You have been successful in delivering your message so that every student who has an exceptionality will be able to take part however their family chooses. On behalf of the district, I apologize to Ashlyn and her family.
Guys, that's the story of what happened to Ashlyn Rich and other students that were that had some type of disability. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know who thought that was a good idea, but somebody need to be sued. Like I said before, it's no way. And you look up there, what picture you see? You look up there, you see kids back there sitting there in a small room. Look like a parent sitting back there with them, or somebody with them. I don't think that's, I think that might have been the graduation, like that might have been like, you know, a rehearsal or something. But I mean, it's messed up that they had to come in from a hallway, be paraded, get their certificate, and go back like everybody else. I mean, and then go back there and sit in the hallway. Unacceptable. They was welcome there as students like everybody else. Why they can't walk like everybody else? If that was my daughter, I'd be livid. No, hell no. I had to pull a Tony. Yo, if my kid ain't doing what everybody else do, ain't nobody doing it. I act a fool in here. For real. I mean, it's justified. You don't do people like that. These are kids. That's like segregation. So what they good enough to be students, long as they stick to themselves and not be around everybody else and bring any type of attention or take away from somebody else's special day. The day is special for all of them. They all graduate in high school. Ain't that a hell of an achievement? How are the regular students better than these ones? If anything, they overcame more. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the level of education was that they got, you know, because there's different degrees of disability, but still, they still deserve the same right as everybody else. That's like having a school dance and saying that they can't go and you make a school dance for them in a separate part of the school. How does that help them integrate into society? How does that help society? With the way bullying is now and all this other type of stuff, that right there be the type of stuff that set that off. Where people think they better than people or they deem people less than, so they talk about them and act a certain way because they are with the majority crowd that's not going to stop them with trying to show somebody else they better than them. Girl says she felt mistreated, and she was. She was. And then that's sad that somebody did that to them. And I'm sitting up here looking at this article, and it's like, the superintendent apologized. That's not fucking enough. I'd sue the pants off of somebody. You know what I'm saying? An apology is not enough because you can't go back and redo that. You can't. And everybody will remember that. And what's messed up is she seemed so happy when she was up there and she raised her hands. I finally did it. Because it's a hell of an accomplishment. And she'll have other accomplishments in her life with the struggle she may face if she faces any type of struggles at all. But still, it's hard being different. And to have somebody treat you like that to show you the difference in you and somebody else, unacceptable, man. Yo, leave me a comment on this, man. I mean, tell me what y'all think about this. I mean, who thought this was a good idea and nobody would say nothing or nobody would be offended by this? I mean, really. This right here, like, sets me on another plane. Like, look at this. It says up here. I'm gonna show you something. Let me find it. Give me 1 second before I get out of here. It says Rich has Down syndrome, but her family had no idea that would impact where she sat during graduation. Her mother, Linda Ramirez, was confused when she didn't see her daughter sitting with the rest of the in the sea of graduates. The parents didn't know they were sitting in there. I almost forgot. They were sitting in there. That's why I said I think that was a graduation rehearsal, the picture where the lady's just sitting there, or she's a monitor watching them. Think about that. I don't see my kid. Oh, there she go. Says her name. Goes up, goes down, goes to the back. What the hell? Where you at? Oh, they had me in the other room over there. They probably gave it a crazy name so they wouldn't feel bad. And you know what? I'm done with this, man. I mean, I wouldn't accepted that. That's bullshit. And it's disappointing to a parent to remember their last day or last time of high school for the children and them being sent from one part to another and not sitting with the graduating class. I got to look for my daughter. Is she not in the damn same room as me? No. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I would sue the pants off everybody that's possible. Because you can't get that back. Disgraceful. See you in the next video. Take care.